it was a great game. Just a great game. I've been a part of a number of these now. The great energy. Two teams really playing incredibly hard, and just produced a great game. I thought Trey was tremendous. Inspiring. I thought he was just great, and I tip my cap to VCU, and we look forward. We have a bye this week, so we look forward to next Saturday and making sure we play well.
What happened with the 6 guys on the floor?
Yeah, that's on me. We made a sub, and it was right, I guess, during a timeout where we were huddled we weren't huddled in sitting down. We were just kind of right on the floor there, and there was a miscommunication on who was in and who was out. So that's 100% on me, and can't happen obviously in a game.
Coach, it was an incredible fight in the second half. That first half, you guys had a 9-point lead. How much stock do you put into that, and not holding on to that lead going into halftime is maybe a reason that it became such a tight-knit battle?
Well, I think it was probably going to become a tight-knit battle no matter what was the score in the first half. However, I think we could have done a little bit better. We played really, really hard and well and accomplished some things that we really wanted to that aren't easy to accomplish. But at the end of the day, they probably made a few more shots. They made a few more free throws and were able to win the game. Great game.
Chris, did you think your guys got a little fatigued towards the end? You started missing free throws and short on jumpers and that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. I think our depth is something that I need to make sure we do a little better job on. I have a couple of freshmen there that can play, and I just haven't played them enough. And I think I need to trust them a little bit more. I would say that our guys played with great energy throughout. So it wasn't anything that I noticed necessarily, but certainly, those things do happen during the course of a game when you play so long.
Trey, there were direct questions to Trey first. We're going to get him out to radio, and then we'll get back to Coach Mooney.
Trey, could you talk about just playing? There were times when it seemed like all you would do, instead of running the offense, you would get the ball in the open court and you penetrate, you drive, you would get steals, beat Melvin to the ball, loose ball one time. Just talk about the point where you have to stop thinking about what you're supposed to do and just do it.
All right, I was just trying to be aggressive and just trying to make plays, whether it be for me or my teammates. And I was just trying to play as hard as I could, to be honest. And good things started happening for me.
How did you feel the second half as good things started happening? You kind of kept going. Did you get that second sense that you playing with even more energy? Going your way?
Yeah. Obviously, like any good basketball player, when good things start happening, you become more confident, and stuff started going my way, so I became more confident, more aggressive.
Trey, after such a performance like that, even though you took the loss today, how much does that make you want to just play them more, especially in a couple of weeks?
It definitely makes us want to, play them again. But right now, our focus is on Davidson, so we're not going to look past that. We're just going to get focused for Davidson. But we feel confident, even though we took a loss today. We feel confident we'll be ready to go next Saturday.
Trey, what do you think? You guys, a tough loss against St. Joe's, tough loss here at home. What can you guys do better, do you think, when you're playing good teams like this at home?
I think we could do better defensively, and some of it just comes down to a couple more plays that we got to make, and the other teams are making just a couple more plays right now. So I can't point to one thing specifically, but I think our main focus has to be on defense right now.
Trey, would you mind talking a little bit about Chandre's game, 26 points, and there were times when he seemed to sort of carry the load for you guys. So what was he doing?
Chandre is a great player. I mean, that's kind of what we expect from him. So what he did today, I don't think was anything out of the ordinary for him. He's played like that this whole season, and it's just what we expect from Chandre. He's a great player.
Anything else for Trey?
Just one last thing. 3 for 18 on threes. That's probably got to surprise you a little bit. You guys out of rhythm, or was it their defense?
Some guys got look. I mean, they play good defense too, so credit to them. But we definitely have always shot better. I think for this whole season, we've made more threes. So I think part of that has to go on us, and we just got to knock down more shots.
All right, Trey, you can come out. Thanks, Trey.
Coach.
Appreciate it.
What did you think about the three-point shooting? Did you have good looks or just not hitting?
I thought we had a lot of good looks. They played zone a fair amount of the game, I thought we had a lot of good looks. You know, a lot of balls rattled in and out, and that's going to happen sometimes. But yeah, it's thought we had a lot of good looks. Thought we took the right shots, and you know, didn't come away with enough points.
Rebounding in this.
Pardon me?
Rebounding.
Yeah, rebounding's important.
They got a lot of offensive rebounds.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're a good offensive rebounding team. You know, they're a team that obviously they thrive in when they're in transition, but in the half court, I thought they did a good job offensively rebounding the ball. And you know, it's hard because we got a little more spread out than we'd like to, but you have to defend the 3-point line, and so that puts you in worse rebounding position. But I think, you know, when you come down, you don't want to just give up threes. I do think we did a good job of that.
Coach, the final possession for you guys in regulation.
Yeah.
Can you kind of walk us through it, and were you a little disappointed that Terry didn't get at least a touch on that possession?
Yeah, I would say that. Well, you know, you can't necessarily dictate exactly. You know, Mo Alley Cox was guarding Terry. He's their best defender, so I think that was going to be a little bit difficult. We tried to run a play. They had switched a ball screen before. We tried to run the same play, and we didn't have as good of an action, so that it didn't switch. But I thought we got a good look, and Marshall certainly got a great second look. So I think that's what you can ask for. You know, it's difficult to just, you know, unless it's the point guard, to really just get the guy the ball. But I thought we executed well and made a good play. And you know, Marshall had a really good chance to you know, put that ball up in the follow.
TJ Klein found out in that overtime period. It seemed as though the flow kind of took a hit there. Was that the case in that overtime period?
To a certain degree. You know, he's such a big part of our offense and handles the ball so much for us and scores for us. So I think that's difficult for us. You know, I don't think it's impossible. I think Dion was great today, but I think when he fouled out of the game, that's something that's going to hurt us over a decent period of time, and I think that showed up.
You mentioned Trey was inspirational. What?
Well, his just his hustle plays, how he was going after the ball, how he was leading, talking to our guys. Just thought he was just tremendous, you know, and you know, he's a guy who, you know, it doesn't surprise me that he plays well in this game. But I just thought he was tremendous, and everything he did, there was so much effort and energy to it.
You've said previously that you guys are best when you're not calling many plays. Did you call many plays today, or were you guys just making plays?
Yeah, I think we were just making plays. I think that especially against the zone defense, they were running, you know, it's difficult to call specific plays against a zone because you know, all five guys can do something a little bit different on their end. So I thought we played today, and I thought we played well offensively. You know, we've been a really, really potent offensive team. I think it was the same today. We just didn't make quite as many threes as we usually do.
Hey, Chris, do you find any fault with the officials with that 6 guys on the court called? Isn't it their responsibility to count before play resumes?
You know, that's... There are a lot of cameras in here, John.
Isn't that part of their gig?
That's my understanding. Is that every time we come out of a huddle, the officials count the number of players that are on the floor. So, you know, I don't know exactly what happened there or why that wasn't done. But you know, I need to take responsibility for the outcome of the play.
Coach, there's a video making the rounds of the handshake line.
Mm-hmm.
Was that just a whiff on you and Will's part, or was that the emotions of a tough loss?
Yeah, you know, I know Will was celebrating the game, and you know, I thought he was still celebrating the game, and just went by and tapped him and said congratulations.
Anything else,
You look at me as if you anticipate a question. You mentioned that it was a great game, and it's certainly it was that. Certainly, VCU is very happy. Is there a gauge for? Are you devastated? Are you upset? Are you unhappy? Is it? What do you take from this? What do you make of it?
Yeah, when it's January, it's the middle of January, so not devastated. I think it hurts. You know, a lot goes into this particular game, of course, and we felt at different times that we were in very good shape. So I think it hurts and it stings, but I think devastated would be you know, overstating it to a large degree. You know, the best thing is what are we going to do tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday and get ourselves ready. So I would say that, you know, it hurts and it stings, but hopefully it'll be the kind of thing that'll make us a little bit better and bounce back and play well.
Coach, with the week to kind of get ready for it, David said you mentioned about the depth and you were going to maybe do a better job of lengthening the bench. How do you do that in regards to the week off?
Yeah. Well, I think, giving those guys more and more opportunities, and it's on me. It's both. It's on them a little bit to play well and make sure that everybody notices how well they're doing, but it's on me to put them in. And I just haven't pulled the trigger enough on them. So I'm determined to, and I think I will. They just need to play a little bit more and just get their legs out there, and and just to see what they can do more so than I've given them the opportunity to.
More questions?
Thank you.